Hello, my dudes. We're back again. Back again for a new design takeover, where I solve your UI design problems because I have nothing else to do. So we're not going back to r.ux because they have removed the flares for the UI feedback things. Yikes. So we're going to step over the dark side.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
And go to the r/UI_design and solve some new UI design problems there. So this Redditor is fairly new to UI design. So he has this long form. So there's a bit of replies here, and I don't want to make my text reply also because it is flooded right now. So I'll just show you a sample on how to do this. I'm gonna jump to Figma right now. That's right, boys. We're jumping into Figma. Sketch app, and I don't want to really talk about it, but it hurts. So here is a quick montage of the design process. And after that, I will provide some tips and thoughts on why I choose this kind of design. And show you also what are the other alternatives. Cue in royalty-free stock music. So as you can see here, there are 3 forms that I did. The first form, I would name it as version 1. The second form, I would name it as version 2. And the third form, I would rename it as version 3. Okay? So what they differ? They differ on the experience, of the experience of the user experience actually. So with these 3 forms, actually, I would really recommend this one. My bias is on this one. That's why I did it first. So I've converted all the designs to this one. I didn't convert it fully because I'm a bit lazy to do that. And we have here, we can clearly see that this is a registration form. And we can clearly go back to the other side. If you want to go to the benevolent systems and the form side here, we have the breadcrumbs to do it, and we have also the logout button here, the logo, and we have also the application number, application date, and status. Okay, because I think this one is always available. They will pull it out in the database and it will always show. And here are the converted icons. Right, this. Submit. I converted the save, the download. It doesn't have download, right? The download as CSV or download the form, the print, the save, and the delete. I converted them, and then I've essentially merged the post and submit button. So the post to RLS profile is the same as submit. So you cannot have you can actually you can actually separate them, but I think they are the same. What I mean is if you submit it, it will necessarily include it to the post to RLS. I'm just speculating though. So first one, the forms, I labeled it as 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here is a cool part because as you can see, this one is a loading circle. So as the user type in here, example, you type in the email address there, it will load. That's the idea, that's the idea of it. Then up here we have the collapse button. Okay, and down here we have also the expand button. So alongside the user scroll downs, and if this is completed, you can code this as this is completed, this will expand. As this is completed, this will expand. As this is completed, this will expand. Or you can do it like, as this is completed, you can have next here, and this will expand. I think I saw that in other forms, but that's the idea, right? This one expandable, and I also keep in mind that this form will be used by elderly people. So as much as possible, never go down to 16 pixels of font. 16. The minimum should be 14. And here I did 12. So never go down in 16 pixels, okay? Because older people have a very hard time in reading below 18 pixels, okay? That's very generous if you have 14 pixels for them to read. It's very hard as an old people to read, you know. I remember my father, when he was alive, he would go and read stuffs in the internet with a magnifying glass, with his glasses on, because he can't read that well. So next is we have the helping section here. This thing is attached under. It's like a floating footer. So it's like going like this. Wait, let me just show you. Like this. Let me just do this thing. There we go. So if this frame yep. If this frame goes down like that, it's like that. It just attach. You see what I mean? This one attaches. It is like a hover that is attached below. Then you will have a prompt here that, hey, please complete before this button will be enabled. So it will be enabled if the forms are completed. If this is completed, and this will go to this color. If not, this will stay like this. And this form will prompt the user to, yeah, please complete this before submit anything, right? So that is the first form, okay? So in summary, for the first form, let's summarize it. You need forms should be bigger fonts, not less than 14 pixels because of the target audience. And also forms should be helping to the people which is navigating it. Like if you scroll down it, there should be a box to top like that. There should be buttons here, and also there should be a hover notification here. Like if I hover in here, it should say delete. Guys, this is delete, okay? Hover, and then it say, hey, this is delete, okay? Hey, this is actually save. Hey, this is actually download. Like that. So moving on to the next form. This is the version 2. The only difference of this form to the other form is actually this thing. So it's much condensed. Okay? It's much condensed. Because this is 1440 pixels wide. Okay? That's a wide, huge monitor, right? And the benefit of this one is you have smaller. You can fit on smaller monitors. No. The benefit of this one is it's much more condensed. It's easier to read. So your eye doesn't travel that much. Okay? So this one, as you can see, just more condensed. Then we'll have this saying that, oh, you're in the application form now. After this one, oh, you're in the spouse information. Oh, you're in the beneficiary information. Oh, you're in the form information. No, it's more or less the same. But the difference is it's more condensed. And then next form is this one. This is vastly different because the forms will now be cut into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So what happens here is the application form is now here. And then if you click next, you will go to the spouse's information. If you click next, you will go to the beneficiary information. If you click next again, you will go, etc., etc. But what I don't like about this style of form is you have to review the details. You get what I mean? So if you completed all these forms, there should be the one last part that you would have to review your details. And imagine how many pages a user would go. Okay? So for me, I have a very strong bias in this kind of form. Because there's only one page. The user knows where is that page, and the user will just use a scroll down page. Okay? Some of the comments point out that long form should be cut into pieces. There's a way to cut them into pieces, into digestible pieces, like this one. And this is another way, but I prefer this one. But it depends on but it solely depends on what you want, and what you think it's good. So last tips would be rather than going to sites and asking for if you're going to learn in something, it's okay to ask Reddit about it, but it is much more okay to just start copying designs. Okay, I'm an advocate of copying designs when you are learning, even if you are on professional level. Okay, because all the designs are there in the internet. You just have to match them up, form a remix of the designs, and just try to show them, oh, this is the new one. Is this better? It is good. So the 3 main questions you should answer always is, number 1, what is the user for this one? So I am speculating that this is for old people. So I will get big fonts, I will get less color, etc., etc. Number 2 is, what would be the screen size of it? It is very important. What would be the screen size of it? And number 3 is, number 3 would be, I'm making up things right now. I forgot what's number 3. Screen size, the target audience, and number 3 would be just start doing it. Okay, just go onto Dribble, Behance, or the other sites that you have experience in forms, and just start copying the designs. Okay, start copying them because you are just learning. There is no better way for art and UI to learn is by just copying. Okay, so thank you for that, and I hope that you have learned something today. I hope you like this video and consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to this channel where I talk about UI, art, and sometimes gaming. Sometimes. Thank you again and have a good one.